Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is Jessica's Journey VSG. On this channel we talk about my vertical sleeve gastrectomy, weight loss, health, fitness, and whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please go ahead and subscribe, and let's just get into the video. Firstly, I just want to apologize for my absence. I haven't posted a video in like, I don't know, 3 months or longer. So for that, I do apologize. It has been crazy, and we're going to talk about that today. Today, I really just want to like hang out with you guys. So if you don't know, by trade, I am a makeup artist and an esthetician, and my comfort zone is makeup and doing makeup, and I love just sitting here and doing my makeup and kind of going through my thoughts. So I thought, why not do like a get ready with me style video while I talk about my update? And you guys let me know how you like this in the future. If this is something that you want me to continue to do, it gives you something to kind of look at while I talk about what's been going on. So let's get started with that. So I'm using the Smashbox Primerizer. Okay, so I am 7.5 months post-op. So today is May 16th, 2021. I haven't posted a video since like February, I think. Sorry guys. It's just been crazy, you know? And we're gonna talk about a little bit of what's going on. But I just want to first say, this surgery is not for the faint of heart. It's not the easy way out. It's much easier to, I'm not going to say weight loss is easy in any form or fashion, because it's definitely not, but it's way easier to just stay fat and not work on yourself and not put your body through something so traumatic. It affects your physical body, your mental, your emotions, spiritual walk, mind, body, soul. It's all connected. So it's been hard. I'm gonna go with the Bye Bye Foundation. So I am 7.5 months post-op, and I have lost 66 pounds. I know for a lot of people, they lose more than that leading up to 8 months, you know, like some people are already losing like 100 pounds. Now I did start out, my heaviest weight was like 260, 259, I round up to 260. And so, you know, starting out a little bit lighter than a lot of people who get this surgery. I think obviously if you don't have as much to lose, you're not gonna lose as quick or as much, duh. But I've also gone a different path than other people, you know. My surgeon and a lot of surgeons recommend doing like a keto style diet, like low carbs. I am not following that because I don't believe that that's the way to live the rest of your life. I've talked about that in a video. I'll link it up here. I'm just not doing that. So, but that's not what this video is about. I also probably eat more calories than a lot of people, or I started eating more calories than a lot of people at this point in their journey. I have a good friend who had the surgery, and she like couldn't eat the amount of calories that I can eat, and I don't know what that means. You know, I know everybody's stomach naturally is a different size, and so I just wonder, is my stomach naturally bigger than hers? I don't know, but I think I eat a little bit more. And what I've been doing, instead of like trying to eat like 800 calories a day, I eat like I strive to eat about 1,600 calories a day. And I know a lot of people are probably like, oh my God, like that's so many. But I would rather lose it slower and keep it off than lose it super fast and then gain it right back, because that's what I've been doing my whole life and I'm over it. But anyway, so I've lost 66 pounds. I have not been good about measuring myself, you guys. I haven't measured myself since January. I could definitely tell that some things are smaller. I'm gonna put a picture up here that I did like a 1 year difference, and just look at my legs. My legs are much smaller. I need to measure, but I need somebody to help me with that, and I don't have anybody to measure me. It's not convenient to get somebody to measure me at the first of every month. So, and if you are curious to any of the products that I'm using, I'm gonna list them down below because there's no way that I can stay on task and talk about every product that I'm using. So I know I probably haven't lost as much weight as a lot of people at this stage in their journey, but I'm happy with my results, honestly. Like, as long as the scale continues to go down, I'm fine with that. Like, this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and I'm gonna be on this journey the rest of my life. So I'm just really not in a super big rush. Now, I do have a goal. So currently, as of this morning, I weigh 193.4, and it is, like I said, May 16th. My 30th birthday is August 22nd, and I really want to, I want to have like a photo shoot, and I want to have a party, and I really just want to go into my 30s looking good, feeling good. And so I want to set a goal, because I haven't really been setting goals. Like, I want to get to this weight by this month and this. I haven't been doing that because I don't want to get super discouraged if I don't make the goal. I see people on these weight loss surgery Facebook groups and stuff, and people beat themselves up over, like, oh my God, I'm 4 weeks post-op and I've only lost 20 pounds. You know, like, what? And it's because people set these goals for themselves that are sometimes unrealistic, and they're not seeing how good their progress actually is. So up until this point, that's kind of the mind space that I've had. I've really wanted to just kind of let my body do what it's gonna do. But I'm to the point now to where if I don't try, I'm just gonna plateau and I'm gonna stay here, and I'm not doing that. I didn't go through a surgery to stay at 193 pounds. You feel me? So anyway, I want to get down to 180 by my birthday. So that is a little more than 3 months, and that's 15 pounds. Well, like 14 pounds. When I created that goal a few days ago, I weighed 195. So that's why I'm like, oh, it's 15 pounds. Because just this morning I lost, like, I was out of town for a couple of days, and I lost like 1.5 pounds. So anyways, I want to lose about 14 pounds before my birthday. So on average, that's about 5 pounds a month. And that's not, like, it's definitely gonna require me to be diligent about counting calories and being smart in the decisions that I'm making for my food. But I think that that is a realistic goal, and who knows, I may end up losing more than that, but I at least want to get down to 180. Just setting that goal, I think, will help me stay on track. Okay, so let's get into what's been going on. So I think the last video I talked about my hair started falling out. So I went through a period where it was definitely like, oh my gosh, coming out. I would dread even like getting a shower, because every time I would not getting a shower, washing my hair in the shower, because every time I would, it would just, I would pull out clumps. And as you can see, I got some edges. You can really see when I use this little brush. See my little edges? So I got all these little baby hairs that I'm noticing popping up. It just looks like my hair's frizzy all the time, which probably is, but a lot of it is little new growth. So that's exciting that my hair's growing back. So I went through a period of about a month or 6 weeks where my hair was just falling out, and then it got a little bit better, and I feel like it kind of, I mean, it was still coming out more than normal, but it wasn't coming out the way it was that first month or 6 weeks. And then just in the past like 2 days, I mean, it has been coming out again. So I'm wondering if it's going through like stages. I don't know. Stay tuned on that. But I was having to use this like Magic Root touch up on my like skin because it was so sparse that you could like see my bald spots. And I mean, you still can a little bit, but it has gotten a lot better. So thank God for that. Okay, so the last video I talked about getting on Wellbutrin for depression, for seasonal depression. Y'all, that's probably why y'all haven't seen me. That was not the medicine for me. So it definitely, like, I feel like it did good for like the first month, 6 weeks. But about at like 6 weeks, I started just not caring about anything. I turned into a robot. Like, I'm a very emotional person. I'm a very empathetic person. I care about people a lot. Y'all, I didn't care about nobody or nothing, okay? Like, I was so selfish and self-centered and just felt numb. I know that that's not what antidepressants are supposed to do, and I talked to my therapist and my doctor, and they both were like, okay, that's not right for you. And instead of trying another antidepressant, I said, let me just get off of it because I feel like I made it through the holidays. I feel like I'm good. Let me just try to do this on my own. I'm drinking my little iced coffee. That's not iced, but I make this most mornings. It's half and half stevia, Gin Pro to get your protein in, and then Starbucks iced coffee that you can buy in the bottle. I try to drink this every morning. It still doesn't taste the same as when you go to the store. So, conspiracy, but it's much cheaper than going to Starbucks every morning. So, okay, so Wellbutrin was not for me. And that is okay. I know a lot of people love it, and that's why I even tried it, because I heard that it's like not like a scary antidepressant, you know, but it was not it, sis. Okay, so got on that, didn't have a care in the world. I didn't care about nothing. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I didn't care about this YouTube channel. I didn't care about doing anything that I know that I need to do, you know? So I got off of it after about 3 months, I think. Yeah, because it took like, it did good the first 6 weeks, and then the last 6 weeks I was just out here not giving a care in the world. And then got off of it. So I had to detox from it a little bit. I feel like I was a little emotional those first few weeks, but that's all right. Then I went out of the country for 2 weeks, and so everything's just been all over the place. It's been crazy. I haven't had any sense of like routine. I feel like I haven't been doing good about posting videos. I've posted some pictures somewhat regularly on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to check me out over there. I'm not super consistent, but I'm more consistent there than I am here. So while I was on vacation, let's talk about my diet. So when I was on Wellbutrin, you know, I told you I didn't care about anything. Well, my diet and lifestyle was a part of that. Now, I still worked out. I've been consistently working out, you know, just depending on like my work schedule and what's going on. Sometimes I can work out more than others, but I've been consistently working out. That's not really ever the biggest problem for me. It's always going to be food, I feel like. And I think the last time we talked, I was doing better with like eating my vegetables. I was using my tracker to like track my calories and to make sure that I was eating more veggies and stuff like that. Girl, that ended the moment I cut off the camera. It was like that Wellbutrin kicked in, and I said, don't care. But yeah, so I just started kind of falling back into old habits. But I'll tell you, when I went on vacation, you best believe that I lived it up. We went to the Dominican Republic, and I would say most things are cheaper there, like basic things like food and stuff. It's a little bit cheaper there. And so we were able to go to really nice dinners every night, and I ate it up. I ate a lot of steaks. Like, for some reason when I was down there, I was just craving steaks, and their steaks were good too. And so I ate dessert, I had drinks, I didn't hold back, and somehow I still lost like 2 pounds. But the moment I got back home, I gained like 3 or 4 pounds. I said, hold up, wait a minute. We gotta get back on the horse. For some reason, like, I've been eating so much sugar lately. Like, I've never completely, other than like the first month or 6 weeks or whatever, when I was on a very specific diet, I haven't like taken anything away. Like, I'm not restricting myself from anything. Because if I want a cookie, I'm gonna eat a cookie, you know? And that's kind of how I've been. But I don't know if it's just fluctuations in medications and hormones and what, but I have started like binging again. My mental health journey has been up and down. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like, this is not for the faint of heart. This is really hard. It's so hard mentally because your body and your hormones and everything is changing. It's like your mind can't keep up with it. And it's so much easier the first few months because like something you literally like can't eat because your stomach is healing and you don't know what's going to make you sick, and it's just so much easier to like be disciplined. But now I've literally tried everything as far as like food and beverages and stuff like that goes that I used to eat before my surgery, and I can tolerate like anything just fine. So, which I don't know if that should be considered a good thing or not. So yeah, I've never officially been diagnosed with binge eating disorder, but if I can like put money on it, I know I probably have it. I definitely am the kind that can be very like disciplined and restrict myself and do intermittent fasting and, you know, eat 500 calories during the day, even sometimes less than that, and be like, oh, I'm doing so good. And then at night, like, I'll absolutely lose control. So yeah, for some reason since I've been home from the trip, so that's been like a month now, I've been binging and I'm not happy about it. Like, it just shows that the surgery does not fix everything, okay? Like, it will help, but I could still binge and I could still gain weight. So it's not a fix-all. And while I can't necessarily eat as much as I did before, obviously, I can still eat the bad foods that I was eating. And like the other day, for instance, let me give you an example. So I love cookies. If I had to like pick a favorite dessert, it would probably be cookies, chocolate chip. But as far as like going to the store and buying some, I love Oreos. Like, I love Oreos. I love cookies and cream ice cream, cookies and cream, anything. I love it. And before I had surgery, I would binge on Oreos. Like, that was the thing that I binged with. And so the other day, I was in the store and I was hungry. You know, you're not supposed to go to the grocery store hungry, but whatever. And I was on the phone and I was distracted while I was shopping. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Because I went in there with a list, and I got the things on the list, but I also got quite a few extra things. So anyways, so I was like, ooh, I want some Oreos. So I got me some Oreos. I don't just like regular Oreos. I like double stuff. Like, if we're doing it, we're going all in. So I got the Oreos. I ate my dinner, which was probably Zaxby's. And then I was like, man, I want some Oreos. So I ate like 1 or 2 Oreos. I was like, okay, Jess, you're getting full. You need to stop. And then I just kept eating more. And I was like, man, I really want some milk with it. And I was like, Jess, you know you can't drink and eat at the same time. But I did it anyways. And I was miserable. Like, with the way my work schedule is and just my lifestyle, I like to eat right before I go to bed. And I know that that's not the best thing to do, especially after the surgery. Like, you can't be doing that. I don't know about y'all, but when I lay down, it does not feel good to have all that food on your stomach. So yeah, I drank milk on top of eating probably like 8 Oreos, and I was absolutely miserable. And I would lay down and then I would feel like the liquid coming up and I'd have to sit up and I'd choke and gag. and it's just awful. So that's what it's like whenever I binge. And then yesterday I was like, okay, I'm getting back on track. I'm gonna start tracking my calories, and I wanted some Oreos, but I was like, I'm just gonna eat like 1 or 2. And then whenever I was logging it into my FitnessPal, bruh, 2 Oreos has like, I can't remember if it's 120 calories or if it's like 180 calories or something like that. I said, so that's why I was so fat. Cause y'all, back in the day when I would binge, I would eat like 2 whole sleeves, double stuff. When you don't track your calories, you really don't know like what you're putting in your body. You probably think you have an idea, but y'all. So that's been that with my diet, but there's good news. Well, so it's not necessarily good news, but it's very enlightening news, because it makes so much sense as to why my life has been the way that it is. And I'm going to create a whole video about it. I may create like a whole series based on it, because I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm just in awe of how this has affected me my whole life, and specifically when it comes to just my food and my weight and my lifestyle. But about a little over 2 weeks ago, I got diagnosed with ADHD, and it has been so refreshing to understand why I have been this way my whole life. Like, for instance, this is not like food or weight loss related, but like, I have the hardest time keeping my room clean. And honestly, guys, that's why a lot of times I don't make videos, is because I'm like, my room is so messy right now. It would take forever to clean it up just to record a video. Then I got to put makeup on, and then I got to record it. I ain't got time. Sorry, y'all. But it's almost like impossible to keep my room clean. And that doesn't sound like it makes sense to probably people. Neurotypical is what I just discovered normal people are called. But that doesn't make sense probably to normal people. But with those of us who have ADHD, it's like if our mind is a car, we want to go from point A to point B, and we even get in our car to go, but it's like the ignition won't start. Like, we cannot get that little push to actually start doing it. And it has caused a lot of arguments, and just even thinking back in my childhood, like my mom getting on to me all the time about my room. Like, so just stuff like that. And again, I'm going to go over all of it in a video, because this video is already stupid long. But just now knowing that I have ADHD, oh my gosh, it makes so much more sense. And since I've been medicated for it, not only have I been able to kind of get back into being more disciplined in my diet and exercising more and just doing the things that I need to do, like cleaning my room, but it also, and I noticed this without even looking it up or whatever, but it has also helped with my binging. Like, literally, the moment I started taking medicine, I mean, I've had these Oreos like sitting here, you know, and I'm like, I'll just eat like 1 maybe if I want it. But before, you bingers know what I'm talking about. Like, if it's there, you feel like you gotta eat it, and you gotta eat all of it that you can. I even told my doctor about it after our 2-week check-in, and he was like, yeah, like that is definitely a thing, and that's great that it's helping you. And I'm like, thank God. Like, just now knowing that my brain functions differently from everybody else, and now that I have medication, and I'm going to start working on some other like tools to help me, I think it's going to make such a huge difference just on this weight loss journey, because now I have the key to start the ignition and to go, you know, just that little start just that little push is all I really need, and then I start going. But getting it to start is almost impossible without medication. So I'm just so relieved that I now have just an explanation as to why my life has been the way that it's been. And, you know, I always would just like be like, oh, well, I just don't have enough self-discipline. I'm lazy. I'm this. And it's like, I know that I'm not, because I have the drive. I have the motivation. It's just getting going, you know? So that has been a crazy revelation. I would love to hear about any of you guys who have ADHD that struggle with your weight loss, or who've had VSG or any other kind of weight loss surgery. Like, how has that impacted you? Did you know that you had ADHD before or after you had your weight loss surgery? So as far as a recap, I'm going to try to kind of like reel this in and make more sense of what's been going on. I have been doing good with my food. I really haven't been drinking as much water as I should. I haven't been using my tracker. Pretty much everything that I was doing good before, I'm no longer doing good, except for exercising. So this is my accountability. This helps me. So you guys hold me accountable. Like, be like, Jess, how are you doing? Like, how are you really doing? And I always want to be as open and transparent with you guys as possible, because that's the only way we're going to get through this. Like, if I just come on here and pretend like everything is hunky-dory and peachy all the time, like, that would be a lie. Like, nobody's life is that easy. And I really don't think anybody that's had this surgery has been just straight success or straight weight loss, whichever way you want to go. You know, like, there's going to be hills and valleys, and I was in a valley. Now I'm on my way up the hill. So I know I always talk about how I feel, and the way that I feel, like, in my body, I actually feel really good. Like, probably a little too good sometimes. Like, I am just feeling good in my body. Like I've said before, you know, my set point for so long was like 220-ish. And so when I got to that point and got a little bit below it, like, I felt comfortable again. Because anything above that, like, I was not used to that. I was super uncomfortable. And I was like, this ain't it. This ain't it. So where I'm at now, I'm in the 190s. Like, I feel like I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. Like, even when I exercise, like, my ankle doesn't hurt. Like, I have an injured ankle, and for 2 years, pretty much, I couldn't run. I couldn't do jump rope. I couldn't put any impact on my ankle because I'm not having surgery if I can help it. And so I was like, well, I just assumed that I was gonna have to work with this injury for the rest of my life and whatever. But now I'm actually able to run a little bit. I feel like stronger. I can see my muscle definition. I just feel good in my body. Don't get me wrong. I still want to lose like 35 more pounds, but I'm feeling confident. And even whenever I went to the Dominican Republic, most days I did not wear any makeup. I didn't wear a girdle when I wore a dress. I was just there, and I felt so confident. Like, I felt so beautiful. I think sometimes too, just like being on vacation and being somewhere different, like, you feel like you just don't care as much because you're like, I'm never going to see these people again. But I just felt good, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling more like comfortable and confident in my body than I ever have my whole life. And that is such a success and improvement. Like, and the crazy thing is, I've been this size before and even smaller. Like, back in 2016, I got down to the smallest that I'd ever been as an adult. I think I got down to like 175, and I was 25. I was smaller, I was athletic. Even then, I wasn't as comfortable or confident as I am now, and I have almost 20 more pounds on me than I did then. But it's something about just age and wisdom and knowing your worth and knowing your value. And that's something that I've struggled with my whole life. And we can definitely talk about that one day too. But I think it's age, man. Like 30 just does something to you. I'm not 30 yet, but I'm knocking on the door. I only got 3 more months of my 20s. But honestly, y'all, I'm excited about turning 30. Like, that's why I wanted to have this surgery when I did. I would have really loved to have it like sooner than I did so that I could have lost even more weight before my 30th birthday. But I wanted to go into my 30s healthier than I'd ever been in my life. Like, I wanted to be healthy. I want to be fit. I want to be just like goal focused, you know? Okay, so I am ready. So I just want to kind of wrap this video up. Something else that I thought about that I don't think has happened, or that I think I started doing after I made my last video, I don't know. But I started actually parting my hair on the other side. So I used to part it over here. And the reason that I started doing that was because my hair was getting so thin over in this area, as you can see where all my little baby hairs are. And the way that my highlights were, I just got her a few weeks ago to do a darker root, so that way we're not bleaching on my little new baby hairs. But just the way that my highlights were on my head, I think they like fell out and it just looked so thin. I was like, I'm gonna have to part my hair to the other side. And I've just continued to do that since I started doing that a couple months ago. So, okay, let's wrap this video up. Overall, I have been slacking, but I am in a new headspace to where I feel like, okay, things have changed. You know, I am feeling better mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and I'm ready to continue on this path of self-improvement. For a while, like I said, I just didn't care. So I was really like self-sabotaging my personal growth and my progress, and I'm over it. I'm ready to continue to get better and grow. So with that, I am going to be making better decisions in my diet. I'm going to try to cut back on the sugar. I'm not going to say that I'm going to completely eliminate it, but I think I'm just not going to keep sweets in the house anymore like I have been doing. And really being on top of my calories. Like, I know that that's going to be the only way that I'm going to hit my birthday weight loss goal, is to be on top of my calories, because I cannot eat more than 1,600 calories a day if I want to lose 15 pounds by my birthday. So I'm going to have to watch my calories, and I'm not going to commit to doing like, you know, everything all at once, you know, track my calories, not eat sugar, drink more water, use the habit tracker, do this, work out 6 days a week, You gotta take baby steps. And I know that what I have to do right now is focus on getting my calorie goal in for the day and making healthier decisions with my food. And then after that, we can start refining the other things. I think when you eat less, or at least for me, when I eat less, I'm liable to drink more, because I'm gonna be, a lot of times you think you get hungry, but in fact you're just thirsty and dehydrated. And so I know whenever I'm like actually on top of eating healthy, I end up drinking more water. So I think with that, I will end up drinking more water. And then too, just eating healthier makes me want to work out more. You know, when you eat like crap, you just feel like crap and you don't feel like working out. But when you're making healthier decisions, like, it's a domino effect. Everything starts to just kind of fall into place. So I'm going to start with that. And I actually really enjoyed doing this kind of video. I think the more I do it, the more I'll get used to it. It was kind of awkward. Like, I kind of stopped and talked and it ended up taking way longer than I wanted it to. But if you enjoyed this, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this where I get ready, do my makeup, and talk to you guys, because it really feels like you're my friends and I want you to feel that way. I want this to be a community. I want us to, you know, get to know each other and be there for each other for support, because this journey is hard. So if you liked this style video, please let me know down below. If you want to see anything else specifically, let me know. I am going to try my hardest to be more consistent with my content. I am going to be moving in the next few months, so be patient with me with that. I don't know when exactly I'm moving and how that's going to impact creating videos, but hopefully I can actually pump out quite a few before that time comes. And I think that by doing it in this way, where I'm getting ready and I'm just talking to you, I don't have to like set something completely different up, I think will be really helpful for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and like this video. That is a completely free way that you can support me and my videos. And again, be sure to check me out on Instagram. It is Jessica's Journey _VSG. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye, guys.